Hey, this is Captain Chris Myers from Orlando Fly Casting Lessons. Today we're going to talk about the Cortland Hi-Vis Flip fly line. So I hope you stick around for my review on that, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for all my fly fishing and spin fishing videos. So the Cortland Hi-Vis Flip line was designed by legendary saltwater fly angler Flip Palette, who's well known especially here in Florida, but he's fished all over the world. He used to host the Walker's Cay Chronicles TV show. So he's caught more fish on the fly than maybe I've seen in my life. And he had this line designed for his liking, and it has a very short, thick belly. It has a 4-foot front and rear taper, and then it has a 22-foot pretty much straight belly section, but you can see that the front taper, which I have on top, which is the same size as the rear, and the belly, there's quite a big difference between the two. And if you get down to the running line, which is white, you'll certainly see a huge difference between this belly. This is designed to load up rods quickly, throw weighted flies, which we often do in saltwater fishing, but it'll get your fly out quickly and accurately to the fish, and that's what we're looking for. So a lot of people have difficulty, especially with today's graphite rods, feeling that rod load up. This line is actually weighted one size bigger, so even though it's called a 7, it has the same grain weight as a standard 8-weight line. So if you're used to overlining your rod by buying one size higher, if you buy a 9 to put on a 7, you're really going up 2 sizes. I mean, if you bought an 8 to go on the 7, you're really going up 2 sizes, and you would actually be casting a true 9-weight line. So you probably don't want to do that. Stick with the size that belongs with your rod with this line, and you will find you'll definitely be able to feel it loading up. So not only does it cast these flies quickly and accurately, if you need to get out distance, it'll certainly do that. Has a very slick, durable coating. I'm extremely happy with it. I use it in all my fly casting videos now. I use it for my students as well. It's good for them to be able to see their line in the air, to see their cast. I can see their cast. And if you're worried about the fish seeing it, they should only be seeing your leader and not your fly line. If you're showing them your fly line, you're casting way too far past the fish. So that's why we have a clear leader, so we don't put our fly line on the fish. Not because they see it so much, but it's much thicker and they often feel it landing next to them. I've fished with all different colors of lines. I haven't found that one works any better or worse than another. So the color is for the angler to enjoy, and especially against a blue sky, blue lines are hard for you to see when you're learning how to cast or trying to practice and perfect your cast. This thing shows up great. If you're taking videos of yourself, it works very well on video, so you can have your cast analyzed by you or someone else. An orange line really does that well. If you're looking for a new line for your rod, I highly recommend this Cortland Hi-Vis Flip. I'm going to take it over the pond and show you how it casts. So now we're going to show how this line casts. I have a 7-weight on here. Right now I have the head just inside the tip of my 7-weight rod. So I'm going to make some, plus I have a leader on here, so we're over 30 feet. We're just normal 30, 35, 40-foot casts. It casts very well. It'll cast heavy flies quickly and accurately. And when we're sight fishing, the name of the game is speed and accuracy. So we want to use as few false casts as possible and be extremely accurate. This line does that quite well. You can feel your rod load, makes very nice loops, and a good presentation with all kinds of flies, but especially weighted flies, which you often use in salt water. But in addition to making the short cast, if you need to punch it out farther, got about 75 feet of line out here. And we get our head just up to the tip. So now I got 35 plus my leader, about 40 feet or so with 1, 2, and let it go. We're at 75 feet with 2 back casts. 99.9% of my fishing situations I am not casting farther than that. It's just something to do for fun. If I'm blind casting, which I don't do a lot of, but if you are, the farther you cast, the more water you can cover. But that's just to show you not only does this line work in quick, short applications, it'll get that out there as well. Makes very nice tight loops. It'll make good loops with or without hauling or double hauling. So here's our not hauling. Nice loops that'll go into the wind. If you add a little haul on there, it'll tighten them up even more. Excellent fly line. I really like it. I use it to make my videos because its high visibility shows up well on the tape. But when you have a leader on here, the fish are not seeing your line, so it's easy for you to see whether you're making good casts, especially if you're just learning or practicing your fly casting. So don't worry about the orange color in the fish. They're seeing your leader in your fly. They're not seeing that fly line. And even if they did, if you're laying down and looking up, most fly lines look about the same color as they're coming at you with the sun in between you and the sun. You're not really seeing the color that much. Well, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're more knowledgeable about the Cortland Hi-Vis Flip line now. If you're going to be in the Orlando area, you're looking for some fly casting lessons, you can check me out at orlandoflycasting.com. I also do video analysis of your cast. If you're not going to be traveling here, you don't have a fly casting instructor near you, you can video yourself, and if you had this high-vis line, it would be easier for me to see. But you can video yourself and send it to me for half the price of an in-person lesson. I will do a full analysis of your cast by watching the video.